Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Bitcoin Wells channel, Canada's non-custodial Bitcoin company. And joining us, as always, the Chief Executive Officer, Adam O'Brien. Welcome back, sir. Pleasure to have you.
Hey, thanks for having me again.
Yeah, man, we got lots to dive into today. We've kind of really focused on some of your background, what you guys are doing there at Bitcoin Well, but today we kind of want to focus more on the finance side of your business, because taking a look at the balance sheet, I mean, you guys have over 30 million in assets, 6 million of which is sitting in cash, 8 million current liabilities. So you guys do have a fairly robust balance sheet there. Do you want to talk a little bit about what you're doing with that cash and how you're spending it?
Absolutely. So cash for the next year or so is going to be focused on growth, as you can imagine. We're super excited to have just deployed this non-custodial way to buy and sell Bitcoin online. So we traditionally focused on in-person Bitcoin ATMs and in the office ways to buy and sell Bitcoin. Now we're ready with a full online platform that allows a non-custodial buy, sell, and usability piece of Bitcoin. So this quarter, next quarter, and most of this year will be spent on customer acquisition and making the product better to increase customer spend.
Now, speaking from the spending standpoint, I mean, can you discuss the sales revenue growth here as well? I mean, when I was taking a look for your 9-month end, I mean, growing to 85 million from 29 million just in that 9-month period there is kind of incredible. Do you want to talk about some of that scale that's going on there?
Definitely, it is. It's scale. We built this infrastructure. I give you a bit of history of the business. In 2017, we were a one-man show, and we had a pile of ATMs, and it was just me tearing around the western part of the country at that time, and we left a ton of money on the table because it was just me. We had no scalability to the business, and so in 2018, I spent most of my time focused on scalable process and scalable structure of the business. And now we're achieving that scale, and it's exciting to watch the business grow and continue to double, triple, quadruple from previous years. It's a very exciting time at Bitcoin Well.
Yeah, and especially looking at your news filings. I mean, you guys are doing deals left, right, and center right now. So I'll have to come back around to some of those in a bit. But just kind of zooming in on the kind of capital structure side of the business, when we're talking about your shares outstanding. You want to just give the retail audience some insight between like the insider ownership, perhaps, versus the institutional and just the retail audience?
Yeah, the early founders still own 60%. So that's myself and the seed cap owning over 60% of the business. So I think that's important. I think that goes to show, hopefully should show retail that like I'm in it to win it. This is not going public was certainly the opposite of an exit play for me. I took no cash on going public, and I'm very heavily invested in this business with the majority of my life's work. I've been doing this for nearly a decade. This is my life's work. So I'm very, very in it for the long run and excited for that. And then as well, going public, we had Canaccord help us out with the Go Public fundraise, which was fantastic. And now we're kind of see some retail liquidity come into the stock. So definitely a nice blend, but lots of insider ownership betting on the future of this company.
Yeah, and I'm sure people would love to hear that. It's always nice seeing the conviction behind these companies. So on that note, I think we touched on a lot of good stuff. You're great, man. I appreciate you coming out today, Adam. Thanks so much for your time.
Thanks so much.
And always, as always, folks, let us know what you think in that comment section below. So eventually we can do a Q&A kind of retail questions and answers period with Adam here. But on that note as well, consider subscribing as that news comes down the wire. You can get it right here when it happens. But stay cool, stay awesome, and I look forward to catching you in the next one.